John, can you tell us how Fairhaven came about?
Fairhaven is my 5th attempt at writing a musical, and I hope I'm successful in completing it. I wanted to write a dystopian escape musical with very eclectic music. I wanted to tap into the absurdity and the oppression, but I wanted it to be a comedic satire, and I wanted supernatural elements. And so I have guardian angels and demons appearing in my dystopian escape musical. That's what I wanted to do.
I got to play one of the demons in our read-through, and I don't get to be that character in real life, so it was different and all sorts of fun. How long does it typically take you to write before it's ready to share?
Max and I were just complaining about how long it takes. It's about 2,000 hours commitment per musical.
Wow, that's a time.
And Max is working on his first.
Way to go. All right. Is it difficult to hand your work over to a creative team to pull off?
It's not difficult. It's kind of fun. You know, it's been said that the audience is the final collaborator to give you feedback on your show, but so is the production team. Everybody, when you imagine a story, you have characters that are inside your brain, and then they become text on a page, and then real people take them up and read them in their imagination of that character, and it's different than what you have. And then in some cases, many cases, you like what they've done, and then it shapes the character. So I tend to mess with my script after read-throughs, revise them. People breathe life into them.
Max, what compelled you to write In Time?
It was an idea that I had about 5 years ago. I was a completely different guy. It was just this, it was even designed to be almost more of an episodic sort of TV show style. I never thought it was going to go anywhere. It's just an idea that I penned down of just people that work in a newsroom, and I wanted them to build the relationships, and I wanted the two main characters to have a centralized relationship, and that I wanted that to break. And I know that sounds really bad to design it. It's real, and that was what I wanted. It was that kind of that desire for something real, and then see how the pieces kind of got picked up. And I put it down for 3 years and ignored it. It was at the back of one of my journals.
And that was probably really interesting to go back to.
It was, and actually one of our good friends, Steve Roby, which we know pretty well because he's been in our shows. He brought it up at one of the, we were in Tuck Everlasting a couple years ago, and he brought up, hey, I know you like writing, I know you like doing these things, and I talked about this idea that I had years ago, and then from there it just kind of built, and then when Clarion offered me the opportunity to write last year, and they were really patient with me while I was writing it, it just kind of grew from there.
That's fantastic. We saw a preview of In Time in last year's review, Let's Make a Scene. How did it feel to play the character you'd written, and did you alter the character based on your experience?
Yeah, I did alter it. It was actually, Johnny even brought it up about bringing it to other people and seeing how the story adapts. It was interesting playing the character. It wasn't the character I ever designed for myself. I had ideas. There are characters that I want, that you see yourself in. But bringing it to the team was amazing. I thought it was going to be hard to give it up, to be like, it's my story,
This is my baby.
Exactly. No, but then it was so easy, and the team was amazing. And then my partner in my scene that I got to see, she was giving me so many ideas. Zimri was amazing.
Without giving too much away, what is your favorite scene in your story?
I think my favorite scene is close to the end. It's not the ending, which is what I actually wrote for the show. I wrote the ending before I wrote the rest of the show.
Wow.
But it's close to the ending. It's when the main character meets up with his pastor. And it's while he's trying to pick up the pieces.
I cried when I read that.
You.
I was in a parking lot waiting for my son at karate. And after I cried, I thought, I shouldn't have read that here.
I'm sorry. I just love the idea of going to a trusted person, someone who is willing to breathe that life, to say, hey, let's focus on what's important. But also still having that compassion side. It's not pure prayer, not pure scripture. It's that mixed with someone who knows what you're going through and who just wants to be there with you. And that's what I wanted to imply with that scene. Try not to give it away too.
That is really Jesus's heart.
Truly.
He's not just a bunch of commandments. It's not a just do it attitude. He's so gracious and compassionate. John, which character in your play do you most closely identify with, and why?
I thought I was going to get to answer my favorite scene. Okay,
let's do it.
My favorite character?
No. Let's go to your favorite scene.
Well, I was just going to say when the angels and the demons fight for the second time, it's frenetic. It's kind of absurd and crazy and satiric.
Yeah.
And since it hasn't been staged yet, I don't know how it's going to turn out.
Oh, that'll be so much
scenes
fun.
are like children. You really are not supposed to have favorites. But this one is, I look forward to the active one, how that's going to play out.
That's great.
The character that I like best, Marcus is the director, and he is redeemable. So he's kind of like the arch villain, or supposed to be in that position of authority. I won't give away the storyline, but he's not satisfied with that role. And that's something that I would hope. So it is a redemptive show, even though it's silly and satiric. When evil people experience grace, or they tap into the transcendent, and they sense that there's a God of mercy and forgiveness. And so come to the show to see how he changes, but he does change. And I was a former atheist, anti-Christian. And so part of my experience is that turning from one life to another life, which is gloriously better.
Max, what character in your show do you most closely identify with?
Jake.
Jake.
Yeah, he was the character that I wrote with myself in mind. He's the one I identify with. He has a broken past. And he is stepping into that role where he's seeing where the Lord is taking him. And he's excited. There's still a little bit of that healing in him. And that's one of the things that I thought of when I was writing him. Honestly, my hope was that in writing him and seeing this story take place, there'd be a little bit of catharsis. I would find some of that healing. I would find some of that joy that he experiences.
Back to what we were saying before, it's real, and it speaks to the real part of us. You're not glossing over. It's not, rainbows and butterflies. I love how real your show is. John, tell us about one of your favorite roles that you've portrayed.
In this show?
No, overall.
I enjoy the bad guy characters.
I understand.
And I prefer, since I've written them, that I prefer the comedic, like the clumsy bad guy that despite himself, he's not good at being bad. Right?
The female Russian spy in Stu's America.
Yeah, some of it's just for comic relief, but there's something about a conflicted villain. I think makes the audience lean in, and if you do it well, they want you to change. Yeah. They see you as not being comfortable being the cardboard villain. I'm going to rule the world and I'm going to control everyone. They see you conflicted in it, and then they're for you, because we have this tendency, we want the underdog or the captivated to be liberated. So they're fun.
What themes find their way into your writing repeatedly, whether you intend them or not?
Redemption is the story that I want to tell. So redemption is that the conflicts are ultimately either resolved for personal self-discovery or an attention to the divine, or they are not yet there and they remain in a place of conflict and darkness. And so sometimes I played Boar Baggett in The Hatter's Daughter, and he runs away and it doesn't meet justice. And it's interesting when you write a story like that and you play that part, people want the justice. John, why did you let him get away?
Do you have any advice for aspiring writers?
Oh, yes. Write your first crappy musical. Get over the fact that you don't like it.
Yeah. Get in there.
And then write another one. And you'll never, I don't like the fifth one. But I'm trying to give myself grace that, okay, there are parts that I do like. So just stop waiting and start writing and share it. And then be open to criticism, because that's what you need. You don't just need to be affirmed in something that's not quite ready.
Iron sharpens
Yeah.
iron.
So accept the criticism and keep going, and the feedback is so good. And then be a part of a community of people, like we're in a writers group together, and just get used to receiving feedback, because it really directs you properly. You know, redemption is the theme that I want, and I want to write things that ultimately glorify God. Now, everything is not a gospel message that you write, but you want somehow for people to encounter the creative God who made you through your work.
Max, tell us something about you that we may not already know.
I feel like I'm an open book most of the time. I think people know me more than I know myself. Writing is really fun. I love the creative process as much as I love the finished product. The making it is probably my least favorite part.
Painstaking.
And it's wonderful pain. It is wonderful pain, because when you get somewhere, when a breakthrough happens, it's great, but the rest of it is keeping up with schedules and timing and demands. Stephanie's wonderful. She is support, a huge support. She was championing me during that slog, and even now when I'm revisiting and trying to work through whatever God is throwing at us. She's wonderful. She's a creative. She works in the theater, and it's also nice to just kind of have that backstop. It's wonderful to have her, at least in this area, but in so many other ways, it's just amazing because we're married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
What about you, John? Something we may not know.
I don't know if I'm an open book, but I'm an older book and read many times. The thing, I don't know, I guess for some reason I'm thinking of Hamilton, You Will Never Be Satisfied. I tend to be hyperactive, self-critical, like most artists are. And so we're never satisfied with our work, but we do it again. And so we're always practicing. So the thing about me that I'm trying to discover is be comfortable in practicing, never finally achieving.
Yeah.
So success is not the completion. You know, we theater people, we go through this stuff, and then there's the cast party, all this community stuff, the cast party, and you have this like postpartum experience where I need to get involved in another community. And when, you know, now that I've done enough musicals, how long am I going to keep doing this? And so as long as the Lord will, I'm still interested in learning some new techniques, because I still feel like I'm this toddler learning to walk. And it's okay you look at people that have really mastered the craft and think I'll never get there, but just, you know, take another step forward. So hyperactive, never satisfied, get used to it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much to both of you for coming out on a Sunday afternoon. This is typically Sabbath, but it's also when everybody is available and dressed nice from church. So
with my necktie.
Oh,
with
yeah,
necktie.
That's pretty cool.
We are matched set. All right, thank you guys so much.
Thank
and
you.
we will see you this fall.